blasting off from out the gummy garage, smacking phonies down like it was an arena mirage. Cause you living on reality, a world not real. If you thought for just a second that the deal was sealed. Like, I've been sitting on the sorcerer's throne, I've been pulling all nighters like the sword in the stone. I've been clearing my fights like I'm Patty Capone, spitting sick shit like it's Kingdom Corone. Yeah, I'm doing this shit for fun. The score is like a Cody Keyblade, you and me 0-1. If it was Ubris as a pup, I'm thinking it's 0-1. Your time is over, call me RNG, I'm killing your run. I call myself the master of masters, but y'all the novices. Check out the Patreon if you wanted the proof of promises. I'm thinking that it's obvious the people are tired of drinking swill. Time to pop a panacea for a lingering ill. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. If you ever took me serious, then you might be delirious. All your titans are jocks, who would have guessed though? Little demons better put that piccolo to rest though. Then collect my rev quick, platinum presto. They hate it, but the comments saying Pat's the best, so do we let him keep going? Yeah, I guess so. Jolly Roger cruising like I'm Ernesto. De La, all soul, no heart, yes bro. Evil like another one, full armor, let's go. Let's go. Writing how to gummy for dummies. Chilling with Zeus like there's nobody above me. If you found someone doing it the best, you might love me. Tries I can't spell the way that I be putting it bluntly. You're not funny, my buddy, it's humoresque at best. I'm on my Zemnis feeling nothing, say that shit with my chest. Under a bit of duress, if I address a pest as if it's all love, that'd be some Wonderland chesh. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. If you ever took me serious, then you might be delirious. Pause and choose, 3 down right. Automatic fire, deja vu, it's like how I write. Automatic fire, killing dudes like death, guys. For any who inquire, praises getting sung like an Atlantic choir. Leaving without dropping the lake, well that'd be lame of ya. Sora Rocks is Benavides, well that'd be same of ya. Bunch of money copy popcasts, so shame on your clout chasers. Fly to Olympus and get the training ya. If coaches don't learn how to behave, I hope Scorbinic serves you right and keeps your shit all delayed. I hope the beta goes omega and it never gets made. I hope you cry like Shion's dying while the Murray gets paid. Cause frankly, I don't find this all to be in good faith. Some of your conscience is mini, not in a Jiminy way. If it's for clicking or checks or manufactured elation, fundamental disagree on what it means for creation. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. Shit meister, I hardly know her. If you ever took me serious, then wait. Chorus, flow as cold as Arendelle, you don't seem to be faring well. Motherfuckers steaming and never fair, but what the hell, they got no rhythm. Mixer, algo, or otherwise, I change up the climate, my rain fell. On the other guys, I'm going hyperdrive, it's just an experiment. I got more Ultima than fuck around to make a spare of it. Blaring shit, very small beat and rolling my gummy windows down. Drop the shit and just keep dreaming, you fucking clown. You're very lucky now that I don't got my duck around, is that etc. So you better get beneath the ground. And if you stuck around since ranking muck in Pilot Town, then I'ma buy you all around. Mega lectures, fuck a crown.
Hello, yes. That was, let me switch over. That was The Regular Shipmeister by Regular Pat, Shane Plunkett, and of course, a little bit of David Russell there at the end, too. He got a little credit. There it is. Beautiful, wonderful, amazing. What was I doing? I was switching. There we go, that's much better. So you don't get a echo. There, that's much better.
Of course.
Awful tired today, but, you know, we skipped last week because Mommy had a little bit of a headache, and we did taxes, and, Stella, stop licking. Stella. You're looking right at me. Hello. Thank you. What a good girl. Good job. But you know what? We've been not only touching grass, we've been sticking our fingers in the dirt. Whole fingers in the dirt. We've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot of outside time, but it's time to be inside time once again. Got to get a little bit of work done on this. So, let's get back to doing what doing what we've been doing. Let me also set this up. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I want you to be. Thank you for shaking the whole table, Della. Good girl. Oh, what a good girl. Go away. Thank you. Okay. So, we're working. We are working on the art showcase. So load that up. And let us also start loading up the last video that we were watching as we were going through our recap. Oh, let me also save this. Okay, that's saved. That should be updated now. Stop licking my feet, toe licker. You're a little toe licker. Oh, come on. Please put yourself in the window. It's one of those days just when the sun has taken it out of ya. Come on, show me the, there, that's the half screen. And let us also, we're gonna get to Caprice. I'm gonna go to playlist. Oh. Yum, 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 yum. Here we go. Here we go. We're back again. We're back again. March Caprice. Hello. Subscribe. That's there. We are going back to the March Caprice playlist from the Handy Dandy March Caprice YouTube channel. And we're going back to... We skipped over Yo Dizzle's last time just because we had run out of time, but now we're about to get into it.
On stock.adobe.com, it's easy to find the perfect video with advanced filters that fine-tune your search.
How's this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yo Dizzle Makes a Video, comparing the differences between the original Kingdom Hearts Japanese dialogue and the
Very
localized
exciting.
English
This seems very
dialogue.
informative.
Through my hours of research, I've discovered that some of the cutscenes are basically the same in both languages, but others have been
Don't mind that if you can hear that. That's just the power of the Yorkie.
translated so differently that the tone and meaning of the entire scene changes completely. This giant research project was inspired by a short 3.5-ish hour video named Worst Kingdom Hearts Quotes Bracket by Regular Pat. I'll let the original video speak for itself on what it's about.
This is the worst KH quotes bracket. I want people to know from the jump here that I don't detest most of these. I would say there's at least maybe 4 or 5 that I really dislike. But a lot of them, you know, it's kind of goofy, kind of silly. It's intrinsically KH. But you can kind of objectively look at them and go, maybe not the most solid writing or line deliveries. I would say most of them are my selections, but I have a handful that were, you know, included by popular demand.
Hello, Allie.
I'll be going through the quotes.
Look. It's your thing. It's your artwork for the art showcase. We're gonna figure out how to play a GIF on there. We kind of did it before. Image sequence. And I think, yeah. So we need to figure out a way. How do we offset it? Oh yes, and congratulations to Fruitoon for actually winning the... Oops, let me set this back to 0. For winning the Light Brights? Is that... that's what they were called when I was a kid. It's so cute. They got every single one. They didn't even share. How rude of Fruitone. But yes, congratulations to Fruitone and jealous. Mama, oh, jealous. They're so cute. Image sequence. I want you to repeat. What if we extend you? Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay. All right, that's even worse. Okay. Maybe if we do... There might be more in the future. Yes. Oh, you gotta open up like an Etsy shop or something. Or maybe not Etsy. I've heard as like, especially like as a seller, Etsy sucks major ass. It's always like constantly changing their policy and how much like they charge for you to just like host on their website. Like, they don't do anything. They don't make anything. They just host it on the freaking website. But anyway, you know. And also with, like, all of the tariffs and stuff, so many, like, crafty people are not going to be able to make any of their freaking crafts and sell them. And you won't be able to get any from, like, overseas. So, you know. It's, anyway, let's
in the order that they
not
were
worry about
presented
that.
in the
Let's
original quote
worry
bracket video.
about
So if
language.
you want to find out what actually won the bracket, you will need to watch the original. The original quote bracket,
Yes.
as well as all of the video, music, and language references I used to make this project, will be in the video description. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment.
Hey, Future Yo Dizzle here. I just wanted to point out that in the references portion of the video description, you will notice I credit Google Translate. I did not use Google Translate to actually translate anything. I used Google Translate app on my phone to take pictures of the Japanese dialogue, so I could copy and paste the kanji into a Word doc because my Japanese keyboard isn't set up anymore. If I did actually use it for translating, stuff like this would happen.
For each quote, I'll provide a direct translation of the original Japanese.
Oh, that's
then
great.
I'll kind of smooth it out to what my personal interpretation of it is, to make it a little less awkward and rough around the edges.
We
Because
do.
I'm not trying to make this
I
a
love this.
6-hour-long video on how Japanese grammar works, I'm going to try to keep the how you translate Japanese to English to a minimum and just show simple translations on the screen. Also, a few talented guests have graciously sacrificed their valuable time to provide voices for these new English translations. I'll have their name on the screen when they appear, and I'll provide their social media links in the video description. While I have a bachelor's degree in Japanese studies and have studied abroad in Japan, I am not a native speaker, and so I will naturally make mistakes. If you notice mistakes in my translations, please let me know in the comments if you so desire. But please be respectful about it. Don't make rude or mean remarks like, "Yo Dizzle, you dumbass, only a moron would translate this sentence to, 'This is wise man Ansem.' It should be, 'This is sage Ansem, you absolute dookie.'" Just be kind, people. Speaking of wise man Ansem, using the power...
Yeah, it's crazy how people who like don't even it's people who like don't know anything who always have the most to say, right? Like people who like don't even know like what hiragana is, who are like the translation, the beautiful translation of my beautiful voice from Japan that I know much more than you, even though I don't speak a lick of Japanese. It couldn't tell you what the difference between like hiragana and what's the other one? What's the other one? Did a couple of lessons on Duolingo ass. But because you saw one Tumblr post 5 years ago. That makes you the expert. Thank you very much. Yes, no, thank you very much. That's you. That's you, doll. You're special.
Power of computer screenshots and Microsoft Paint. Let me show you how this
Not
video
someone who
will
has a
work.
bachelor's.
For each translation, I'll put a table on screen of what the character is saying. The first row will have the original Japanese alphabet. The second row will have Romaji, which is the Japanese alphabet written in English that we can read. The third, and sometimes fourth, row will have a rough, direct translation of what that word means. So, for example, in the second column, kore directly translates to this. Kenja translates to wise man or wise sage. And da translates to is. In parentheses, I mentioned that this is the informal way to say is as a small, the more you know. But I won't be talking about smaller details like that unless I feel it is important to the translation. And lastly, you may have noticed, but verbs are normally at the very end of the sentence in Japanese. Without rearranging everything, it looks like this sentence says, "This wise man Ansem is." But since English doesn't put the verb at the end of the sentence, it actually says, "This is wise man Ansem."
Yoda is Japanese, confirmed. I'm trying to think which characters bring that kind of know-it-all energy into the world. Perhaps Peter Pan. Yeah, you need to put Peter Pan in his place. He is the worst of the worst kind of weeb. He's a weeb, and he gives the rest of us a bad rap. That's why we need to put him in his place. Okay? Okay? He's a bad weeb. He's not amongst us. Okay?
Oofta. Now that all the setup is over, let's move on to the fun stuff, shall we?
Girls talk too
Dark
much.
Rescue is my middle name.
And if the darkness gets you, I promise I'll bail you out. Dark Rescue's my middle name.
You can't
Now,
sit
this
with
quote
us.
is considered bad because it's pretty cringy. While it is corny, it certainly seems to be on brand for Axel. Now, let's see if the original Japanese is any better.
もし闇に落ちてもよ、俺が迎えに行ってやっから。ま、俺の得意ジャンルだからな。
Remember, I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of every Japanese noun, adverb, particle, etc., and how it all ties together. Just some basics and generalizations. Okay? Cool.
Oh, cool.
Take a look at the table on screen for a very rough direct translation. I'll speak the Japanese slowly. He says, Moshi yami ni ochite mo yo, ore ga mukae ni itte yakkara, ma, ore no tokui genre dakkara na. As you can see on screen, the direct translation is kind of like a puzzle. You look at the words in bold, shuffle them around a bit, and you kind of get an idea of what he is saying. Yep, Japanese is that simple. Totally easy. I didn't have any problems translating any of this, especially anything Cypher said. So, with some little tweaks, my translation would be something like this.
Even if you also fall into darkness, I'll go meet you, for your sake, because, well, it's my specialty, after all.
So yes, Dark Rescue is my middle name. It is sort of a way to say, rescuing someone from darkness is what I'm known for. Which is what the Japanese is getting at, probably referencing Axel's attempts at bringing Roxas and Shion back. Although at this point he doesn't remember Shion, but don't worry about that, plot point too much. But I think the English doesn't bring that up as well. I'm too distracted by how, kinda dumb it sounds. Of course I do, and this is him. I'm positive.
Of course I do, and this is him. I'm positive.
I'm positive.
I hate this one. I hate that this one was pointed out to me, and I'll never forget it ever again. Thanks a lot, Pat and Kiwi. Here is Kiwi's explanation on why it is bad.
Because the first part of it, of course I do, doesn't answer the question that Donald just asked to him.
I was just thinking that, like, he says, Donald says, I'll roll this back. Did you forget what Ansem looked like, Your Majesty? And Mickey says, of course I do.
Okay,
so it's just...
Sorry, I'm also trying to figure out how to do this. I need to focus for just 1 second. Manual adjustment. In the image texture node, find the offset parameter. Instead of using manually offset, many frames are displayed per blender frame. You can increase offset by a factor, effectively making the animation play slower. Speed control effect to the start of the image sequence strip in the VSE. Adjust the offset value to control how many frames are displayed per blender frame. Increase by a factor effectively to make the animation play slower. So if this is like 30, but then why does it disappear? You have to tell me. Tell me why things disappear. Ooh, tell me why they disappear. Okay. Okay, and what's this other method they said? Displayed per frame in the internet, effectively slowing down the playback. Okay. What if maybe this is just a movie then? Would that... Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Or wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not doing anything. Da, 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 da. Oh, wait, maybe I should do, yeah. I should do this, and then I should offset this by like, it should be like 30. No, it should be like 100. Or yeah, that's okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so nothing works. Nothing works. That's fine. Da, 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 go, da, 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 da. Okay. Shoot. Okay.
It's like sloppy writing.
I never noticed this before. How have I never noticed this before? And now you all get to suffer with me. You're welcome. So, is the original Japanese grammatically correct? Let's find out. And here's the breakdown. Donald says, Onsemu no kao wasurechatan desu ka? And Mickey responds with, Masaka. Kore ga kenja onsemu da yo. Redubbed, it would sound something like this.
Did you forget Ansem's face?
Never! This is Sage Ansem.
Well, I may not be an expert in Japanese, but this seems pretty grammatically correct to me. I'm going to have to give the original Japanese a point for this one. That was undeniable proof that we totally owned you, lamers.
That was
undeniable
undeniable
What do you
proof
mean?
that we totally owned you, lamers.
I feel like this clip speaks for itself. It really sums up the 2006 middle school grunge phase many of us now adult Kingdom Hearts fans had. But I think it is kind of a fun corny, you know? Anyway, here's what it is in Japanese.
盗まれたのはお前の敗北の決定的証拠だ。
Holy hell, his voice is deep. What the fuck? Okay, now breaking it down. 盗まれたのはお前の敗北の決定的証拠だ. Oh, I hated translating this one. Look at that table. What the hell is he saying? The thing that was stolen is your defeat's decisive evidence? What? I knew I needed help with this one. So I reached out to someone infamous, someone that can pronounce Zantetsuken. And so, like a total creep, I, a complete stranger, dropped into Frosty's inbox on Discord and asked for clarification. After some deliberation, we concluded that it translates to something like this.
What was stolen is decisive proof of your defeat.
Or,
your defeat is definite evidence that you stole.
And that means, because Cypher defeated them, that proves that they were the thieves. Which isn't really true. And in English, he is more so saying, because he defeated them, he owned them, those lamers. I'm not sure. Cypher talks like a nerd in both translations. But I'll vote for English for this one because, you know, the early 2000s vibe. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done.
It might be a different route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I might have to just put
I'm
this
not
off
so
for
sure.
1 minute.
I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Let's hear it from the original video for the explanation as to why this one is a bad quote.
For Aqua's, I said, what is she cooking? What is she talking about? Because this line pisses me off so much. Because so this takes place when TVA reunite in Radiant Garden at the the midway point of BBS. Terra hasn't really done anything that bad. The one bad thing that he did, he was manipulated by Maleficent into taking Aurora's heart. But in A Castle of Dreams, he was nothing but a gentleman. He escorted Cinderella to the ball. And in Snow White, or in Dwarf Woodlands, he was, like, wrongfully accused by the dwarfs of being, like, this scary guy, but he didn't actually do anything tangibly bad. So, like, what the hell is she talking about?
There you have it. Aqua is what we call a catastrophizer. Now, is she that way in the original Japanese version? Let's find out.
道は違うが闇を消すことに変わりはない。
そうかな。テラが他の世界でしてきたことを見て思ったの。闇に近づきすぎているんじゃないかって。
Terra says, 道は違うが闇を消すことに変わりはない. And Aqua responds with, そうかな。テラが他の世界でしてきたことを見て思ったの。闇に近づきすぎているんじゃないかって。Here's what they say, roughly.
The road is different, but I haven't changed my mind about erasing the dark.
Is that so? Over time, I think I saw Terra do some things in other worlds. I suspect that you are too close to the darkness.
In Japanese, Aqua is a lot more hesitant and gentle about her accusation. She adds the Japanese equivalent of things like I think and maybe. And she wants to agree with Terra, but she is more hesitant. I think she was just trying to gently ask Terra about what she saw without upsetting him or setting him off, but it doesn't work, whether in Japanese or English. I smell you, Ansem. Show yourself.
Okay, cool.
I smell you, Ansem. Show yourself.
Ah, here it is. Riku and his smelling habits. Out of all of Riku's smell quotes. Smell quotes. I think this one is particularly hilarious. Just that long, silent walk followed by, "Come out, you smelly man." It's just, sorry. It's great. There has always been a rumor going around that the original Japanese doesn't actually say smell. But unfortunately for all of the Chain of Memories Riku defenders, it does. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's great.
More slowly, he says, "Dete koi yo, ansemu."
Where are my notes?
Nioi de wakaru. Nioi is the word he uses throughout Chain of Memories, which literally translates to smell. Here is the redub.
Come out, Ansem. I know your smell.
So is the original Japanese better? Well, I mean, the only difference is that the two sentences are swapped around. I still think they're both silly, so it's equal in my book. They'll pay for this.
They'll pay for this.
This line is really funny, but honestly, I think it's still kind of fun. I think the line itself is actually quite cool, especially to my 2006 middle school self. But because it comes from Mickey's mouth and voice, it's quite funny. Does it sound just as ridiculous in Japanese? Listen for yourself. He simply says, "Yurusanai," which translates to,
I will not forgive them.
to me, it almost feels a little more childish in Japanese. Like, I'm not your friend anymore equivalent.
Oh my god.
Definitely less meta. I'm giving the
this
point to
is
English for this one.
14-bit, and this one is...
You could say I am the biggest nobody of them all.
Fair enough. You could say I am the biggest nobody of them all.
I think this needs to be adjusted slightly.
This is just 2 on the nose? The writing here is just, And the line delivery is a little awkward too, with the pause in there. I feel like it kind of ruins the seriousness of the scene. For the Japanese cutscene, I did want to rewind the clip a bit to make the Japanese make a bit more sense by giving the line more context.
あなたこそ偽りじゃないの。
Why did I do those?
俺の方こそ存在しないものなのかもな。
Okay, let's break this down. Shion says, あなたこそ偽りじゃないの? And Riku responds with, 確かに俺の方こそ存在しないもののかもな. Here's my take on it.
Oh, he's huge.
Aren't you the one pretending?
Certainly. I am the one who doesn't exist, perhaps.
Let's break this down a bit. Shion's Japanese line is very similar in meaning to the English, but it's a bit different in that, aren't you the one pretending? Is a question, whereas the English, you're the real sham, is a statement. Riku's next line does confuse me a bit. He could be answering Shion's question with certainly, or it could technically be the start of the next line. Surely, I am the one who doesn't exist, perhaps. Also, another subtlety in his dialogue, he says, ore no hou koso, which is another way to say kochira koso. Kochira koso is used when you want to acknowledge what the other person said, but you want to also imply that you feel the same but more than the other person does.
Whoa.
Like saying, no, I should be the one saying that. So, in Japanese, Riku is wholeheartedly agreeing with Shion, even putting emphasis that he is definitely the one out of the two of them who doesn't exist. Maybe I'm inferring a bit too much here, but I feel like he is talking about how the way he acts and looks right now is a mask. Who he really is right now is Ansem, with the illusion of Riku hiding that form. Riku doesn't actually exist anymore. But in English, I don't really get that meaning from what he says. The silliness of the line really distracts me from any deeper meaning it could have. Despite how much of a pain in the ass this line was to translate, I really like the potential inner meaning of Riku's words in Japanese. You'd kind of be in my way.
I can't help?
You'd kind of be in my way.
Man, Sora, rude much? Many people are upset by Sora's response here. Kairi literally just saved his life, and what does she get in return? A cheeky little, "You'd kind of be in my way." And unfortunately, the trope of leaving Kairi behind would continue throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. How about in Japanese? Is Sora as much of a douche canoe? Holy smokes, my Minnesotan just came out. Douche canoe, not douche canoe. Sorry. Let's see.
足手まとい?
まあ、そういうこと.
Spoken more slowly, Kairi says, "Ashide matoi," and Sora responds with, "Ma, soyu koto." Here is the redub. I'd be a burden.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how it is.
In this case, Kairi is the one bringing up that she could be a burden. Sora, using it as an excuse, is sort of half-heartedly agreeing with her.
Oh wait,
readily letting it be her idea.
I deleted the wrong thing. Oh, freak.
Well, I mean, I didn't say that you would get in the way, but since you said you might be, I guess I'll just have to agree with you. Overall, I think the teenager cheekiness is still there, but he is a hell of a lot less rude about it.
Oh no.
Wish somebody was looking
Might
out
have to
for
kill
me.
myself. Oh no.
Wish somebody was looking out for me.
My initial thoughts on this one? Now you listen here, you ungrateful little I think regular Pat voices my thoughts perfectly for this quote, so let's go back to the original video for his explanation.
This is a strange thing to complain about, Ben, because people are looking out for you like almost to a fault. Like you're basically like the baby they got out of the playpen, and everyone's trying to like make sure that you're, I don't know, looked out for. Aqua and Ericus are really concerned with your well-being and your safety. So what is this? Like, why are you saying, trying to convince himself that he doesn't have friends or that nobody cares about him when it's just simply not true?
Okay. This is one of those scenes that is totally different in Japanese and gives a completely different meaning to the entire conversation in what I think is a really cool and interesting way. In order to understand what I mean, we need to go back a few lines to something that Minnie says.
The event is supposed to help us appreciate how much we all look out for each other every day. That's the spirit of the award.
Well, that sounds nice enough.
Here it is in Japanese.
みんなが誰かの人気者であることに気づいてほしいの。そんな心を持ってほしいのです。
誰かの人気者か。
Minnie says,
What is this?
みんなが誰かの人気者であることに気づいてほしいの。そんな心を持ってほしいのです。And Ventus says to himself, 誰かの人気者が? And now for the redub of this portion.
I want everyone to realize that they are someone's favorite person. I want you to have that sort of
crashed. Freak. 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 Did I save anything? Let's see. Okay. We're fine. Okay.
Someone's favorite person.
Do you see the huge difference there? Okay. In Japanese, Minnie is saying that she wants everyone to know that they are #1 in someone's book, and Ven contemplates on that. In English, she's just like, I want everyone to appreciate how kind we are to one another, and Ven's like, yeah, cool, I guess, whatever. Back to the bad quote. This previous line directly ties into this terrible line of, I wish someone is looking out for me. Remember in Japanese that they are constantly referring to a favorite person.
俺も誰かの人気者になりたいな。
He says, 俺も誰かの人気者になりたいな. And redubbed,
I want to become someone's favorite person too.
In the original Japanese, he isn't, "Oh, woe is me, no one is looking out for me, boo-hoo." He just wistfully wishes that he was the #1 most important person to someone. Sure, Aqua and Terra care about him, but he clearly doesn't think that he is the most important to them. He wants someone to think of him as their #1. And I think that's kind of cute.
Uno, baby.
Not at all similar to the English line. Boo on you, English. Boo! You're stupid.
You're stupid! Sooner or later, they'll swallow your heart.
I'm going to have to disagree with some of y'all here. I don't think this is a bad quote at all. I love it. I understand how someone could think it's bad with the voice crack in the middle of stupid, and how it feels like it comes out of nowhere after a long silence, but I personally think it's charming. Anyway, how does the Japanese version compare?
ハートレスは危険な力だ。心を飲み込まれるぞ。
He says, ハートレスは危険な力だ。心を
Gotta say, I love my Japanese lesson in the middle of March Caprice. I think this is very cool.
飲み込まれるぞ. Let's clean it up and put it more clearly.
The Heartless are dangerous. They'll swallow your heart.
Boo, Japanese, boo. There isn't any stupid anywhere, boo. The Japanese is fine. Ooh. I guess I'm just biased toward the English version.
It's,
I do know hurt.
Uh-huh. It was a test to see if your data version was ready to face the hurt that you carry inside.
Was I ready? I do know hurt.
This line, even if you do understand that it's referencing coded, still sounds strange. It's kind of odd that he uses hurt instead of pain. Here's what it is in Japanese.
データの空に心の痛みを受け止める覚悟があるか確かめに来たんだよ。
心の痛みわかるような気がする。
And broken down, Goofy says, データの空に心の痛みを受け止める覚悟があるか確かめに来たんだよ. And Sora responds with 心の痛みわかるような気がする. Here's what they say.
Uh-huh. It was to confirm that Data Sora was prepared to accept the heart's pain.
The heart's pain? I feel like I understand that feeling.
Goofy's lines were a bit to translate, so I'm sorry in advance if I got something wrong there. Anyway, I think it sounds more natural in Japanese, with Sora saying that he thinks he understands the heart's pain, rather than the strangely spoken, I do know hurt. I'm me, he says.
How can you tell? Because I'm you. No, I'm me.
No, I'm me.
I'm me, he says.
This whole interaction is just bizarre. The pauses are strange, the line reading is strange. Maybe they were trying to be dramatic here, but... And for the Japanese?
なぜわかる? 俺はお前だからさ。俺は俺だ。
No, not that.
俺は俺。
And said slowly, Riku says, Naze wakaru.
That's what we need.
Replica Riku responds with, Ore wa omae dakara sa. To which Riku replies, Ore wa ore da. And Replica Riku, kind of to himself, says, Ore wa ore k. Or said normally, ka. The literal Japanese translation is very similar to the English, but here it is acted out anyway.
How do you know?
So, one one point deducted from English is that like we don't have a lot of like that vocalization, right? The that's why I need to make up for the way that people don't vocalize with all my stupid little noises. Yeah. English doesn't have a like enough. English is a very specific language, and when it comes to stupid little noises, that's its one fault, that it's not, you don't infer what someone's trying to say based on their and their and their and I think we need to bring more of those, we need to bring more noises into English. I think that's what needs to happen.
Because I'm you. I'm me.
Oh, I'm me.
I'm me. Huh.
Comparing the two, I think it mostly boils down to which acting you like the best. I think in Japanese, the "I'm me," he says, is a bit more like Replica Riku is speaking to himself rather than saying it loudly to make fun of Riku. Other than that, pick your poison. I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
You see, the bad guys are holding her captive, somewhere deep inside the castle. And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her. Although... I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
I don't think many people notice Larxine's strange line read, so I'll have Pat explain why this quote is bad.
So she says that the bad guys have Naminé. So that's the setup. And so she does the kick, and then she capitalizes, she follows up on that first line. I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me. But she doesn't have emphasis on the right word. It's just a bad line reading to me. The subtitles have it correct. She says, I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me. But she puts the emphasis on bad guy. I'm a bad guy, so you have, like, it doesn't fall, like, it's like she forgot that this was already established, like the bad guy of it all. That's something that we're calling back to, and we're putting emphasis in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I do believe this is just a bad line read. I think that's why they capitalized I'm in the subtitles. But luckily there's a pretty big gap between her first lines and her last lines, so I don't think many people notice it. Let's see how the Japanese is.
私たち悪者があの子を城の奥に捕らえてるってわけ。あんたは勇者なんだから頑張って助けてあげなきゃ。でも、私悪者だから邪魔しちゃうけどね。
And the breakdown. 私たち悪者があの子を城の奥に捕らえてるってわけ。あんたは勇者なんだから頑張って助けてあげなきゃ。でも私悪者だから邪魔しちゃうけどね。Translated with help from my friend Kazutori, here is the redub.
Since we are the bad guys, it obviously means we captured that girl and brought her to the depths of the castle. Because you are obviously the hero, you must try your best and rescue her. But because I'm a bad guy, I'm going to have to get in your way.
Firstly, I need to give kudos to the original English translation. They were spot on interpreting Larxine's dramaticism. Although I would have found it hilarious if instead of using bad guy, they used one of the other interpretations, like, I'm a bad fellow, or I'm a rascal.
I'm a little wescally whippet.
In Japanese, she uses te wake, which implies that Larxine is being very condescending to Sora, treating him like she has to explain this obvious information because he is too dumb to get it. I think the English actor portrays that aspect very well. Anyway, although it's pretty obvious that Larxene is one of the bad guys, in Japanese they make it 100% clear by saying "we bad guys," whereas in English she just says "the bad guys." Therefore, the wrong emphasis problem doesn't even exist in Japanese, because the fact that Larxene is one of the bad guys was explained from the get-go. Otherwise, both versions are very similar. Kingdom Hearts, I call upon your true form. Open now and show me the world to come.
The Keyblade is complete. Kingdom Hearts, I call upon your true form. Open now and show me the world to come.
Oof. The line read is a little dry. He sounds a bit too bored about finally accomplishing his multi-lifelong dream. Because the bad thing about this quote is the line read, pay close attention to the acting in the Japanese clip if you want to compare and contrast the two versions.
おお、これぞ真のキーブレード。さあ、真のキングダムハーツよ。我にまだ見ぬ世界の真理を。
Even though we're basically just comparing the acting, I did all of the work to translate it, so we may as well go over it anyway. He says, これぞ真のキーブレード。さあ、真のキングダムハーツよ。我にまだ見ぬ世界の真理を。Although the Xehanort is a little bit dramatic about it, so it's more like, Getting into the Japanese a little bit, I think it's kind of fun that he's comparing the Keyblade, and Kingdom Hearts. The true Keyblade is calling the true Kingdom Hearts. Otherwise, the meaning in both languages is basically the same. As far as the line read goes, I think the Japanese is super anime, very dramatic. If you could imagine the English version being that dramatic, Kingdom Hearts, I call upon your true form. Open now and show me the world to come. Sorry. Oh, I love it.
I love it when people have fun. Oh no, is it over? No.
Hi everybody. Thank you for watching this project of mine that got way too out of hand. I don't normally make videos like this, obviously, but I do have, you know, up to 62 bad Kingdom Hearts quotes that I have already translated all of, gotten all the footage. Everything's ready to go. I just have to put it into a video. So if you want to watch more of this, please feel free to subscribe and, you know, do all those things that people do for YouTube video stuff. After that, I mean, I don't foresee this becoming a regular thing for me to make scripted videos like this. So please don't be disappointed if this is the last thing I ever make. But also don't be surprised if I suddenly have a random idea and I make more. Also, if you have any suggestions for the formatting of this type of video, right? I do have...
AMVs are always on my brain, waiting to be made.
If you have any suggestions for the...
I love Yo Dizzle's AMVs, by the way. They're very, very good.
Formatting of this type of video, I do have a couple more of these to make, and if you have any suggestions on how to improve it, or things you liked about it, things you didn't like about it, what I should go into more...
No, this was very, very fun. It was so informative too, you know? Not everyone in the Kingdom Hearts fandom is like actually like you come out of that video having learned something. Ooh, I should make sure. I don't believe Yo Dizzle has released any more. Yeah, we're still waiting on the more parts. We're still waiting on the more parts, yo Dizzle. This is so cool and informative. I can't wait for the rest of the parts to come out. Very cool. Very cool. I love the range of what Merch Caprice offers.
More detail of what you want less detail of. Just let me know. I would love any suggestions to improve on these so it's a more entertaining and enlightening experience.
Oh, hold on. Wait 1 second.
And of course, big shout out to everyone that helped make this video reality. Of course, Regular Pat for giving me permission to use his quote bracket as the base for this video. That's where I originally got the idea. And thank you to all of the actors that graciously donated their time to make the voices, not my voice, to make the voices interesting, to make it so that it's just not me reading those quotes and make this video a lot more entertaining to watch. I really appreciate that. And thank you to my friend Kazutori as well as Frosty for helping me out with some of these lines that just did not make sense to me. Especially Kazutori because I didn't give her any context to these quotes because I was trying to keep it a secret. So I just, you know, like switched some pronouns around and names around and she's like, I don't know the context, but it kind of sounds like they're talking about this. I'm like, sweet, thank you. Anyway, thanks a lot, and thank you to March Caprice as well, which this video will be premiering at. Appreciate everyone at March Caprice for all of their hard work. Thanks, everybody!
How about we make a snow?
Okay, we're back. And we did the key saga continues. The fandub, the demo key saga fandub continues. Yeah, yes. That's pretty cool. And we have finally made it to the concert part. The concert part of the first day. What is... Oh, right. I remember. So... but we watch the concert piece by piece every day. It was, you know. So we've seen that already today. And we will move on to Sammy Fire. Oh, Lost and Found. Oh, Sammy's stories are always so good. Oh, I'll have to full screen this. Hold on. Oops. Because this is all reading. And you know, as a Kingdom Hearts fan, that would take too much of my brain power. Oh, what a nice design for this character. Oh, he looks like Lelouch. Oh, dead mom. He's got a dead mom. A dead mom. A mom who is dead. I have lost someone who is truly dear to me. A dead mom. Oh, is he crying? Oh no. Poor Lelouch. How could you be sad in the farmer's market? So your mom's dead. But how can my friend that I love disappear without a single word? Oh, it's not his mom, it's his friend. mom's totally dead. Oh, man. Your friend, Mom. Your mom friend. I had never known before Sammy's videos that, like, there even is, like, this beach and boat, like, location in Union Cross. God, my dead mom's not anywhere. Oh, hi. Get out of my way, Ophelia. You need to stop this, Cassius. Oh, did you see how her speech bubble tracked to her face? Now that's effort. Look at this. Schwink. Ah, that's so cool. It digs into your mind very deeply, and yet you haven't even let it go yet. Ah. His emotions. I don't care what happens to me until I find my friend. Oh. He slammed it. Oh, look at that cute dog. Junior. It's all spotty like you, but it has all big eyeballs. He doesn't care. Pet the dog, Cassius. So I search. And search. And search. That dog's the reincarnation of your dead mom. And search. Pay attention to the cute dog. And search. Oh my god. He's searching so hard. What are you doing yelling at the dog? I'm sorry. That's so sad. Oh, stop it, Cassius. You need to stop searching for your friend, Cassius. They're dead. You need to understand that they're dead. You know she's not here anymore. I know. Would you just leave me alone? Then why are you looking for her? Because I love her, okay? Oh my god, he said it. He confessed to his dead love mom. Friend. Because I love her. I didn't get a chance to tell her about it. She knows you love her. But she's dead. But she's dead. It's true. And you can't bring her back. It's time to let go. I love that every single time he tilts his head down just a little bit, that the shadow just like shadow increases. So such a cool fade. guys. It's getting late. He just wants his love. Oh, is he crying? No. How'd she die? What happened? I've been doing this for 3 months and still haven't found you. She's dead. I'm feeling depressed even more. I feel like Ophelia's right. She's dead. I do need to let go of you. No! How do we... Farewell, my friend. I will always love you. Oh my god, the shadows. The shots, the negative space. Oh my god, it's clothes manipulation. Sammy's amazing. Well, he cleaned his room. That's good. And then she's just there. Not dead. Well, finally, he's nice to the dog. He's nice to the dog. Oh, okay. Aren't you coming? Aww. His mom friend love might be dead, but he got a dog, and that makes it worth it. Sammy also has like a really cool logo. It's like a real it's like one of those it's like one of those like intricate like a movie studio intros. But gosh, aren't Sammy's stories like so great? I think if I remember correctly, she even like did this was like a truncated like an abridged version of what she wanted to do. If I remember correctly. I have now completely lost in the fog of actual March Caprice, and now that it's, you know, a month later, or whatever it is. So don't take my word for it. But such intricate animations and such, like, always real sad stories, too. Yeah, Sammy, we need some uplifting stories for once, please. But such stories with so much that like detail and emotions, such big emotions. Oh. Amazing. Yet another amazing story. What's his? How did his Cassius? See, how did he spell his name? I'm gonna sneeze. Gooey. I don't want wheels. Cassius. Cassius's. I think he's the only new character in this. dog. Happy Magic Caprice. Happy Magic Caprice. Oh, wahoo, okay. No, does this change anything? I hope this, like, more view stuff, more viewing things.
An ad for an ad blocker? Okay, that's ironic. But with Pi, you can get rid of ads on your feed.
It sure
like,
is. Maybe you
Pi is a
shouldn't
free
even
browser
be, like,
extension that
showing
blocks
it
ads
to
on
me.
all your
Last year, the forgotten
Die.
Kingdom Hearts mobile minigames were finally recovered. 8 applications, once thought lost to
Sorry, let me get this all situated again. Pew. Pew. What time is it? I'm gassed, man. Oh, I'm so tired. But I'm getting through it. I'm working through it because Aid is up next. And that should get us to the end of stream. Yes. And is this better or is this worse? Is this better? Is this worse? No, that's good. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. I have this all set up correctly, right? Let me just go ahead and like and subscribe. Because Aid did
Last year,
Aid did one of those things where it's just, you know, it's a I would love to be able to think and talk. He did a service. He did a requirement for the Kingdom Hearts community. Going through all of these mobile games, exclusive, almost like Lost Media-y-ish kind of Kingdom Hearts content. So let's dive in.
Last year, the forgotten Kingdom Hearts mobile minigames were finally recovered. 8 applications, once thought lost to time, now at our fingertips. I've spent the better part of the last 8 months documenting and archiving these fascinating relics, but I've been keeping something from you. Now it's finally time for the world to know. Today's the day we take a look at the final Kingdom Hearts mobile minigame. But I'm warning you, be careful. Don't get taken in by its card-based gameplay, and don't get charmed by its cutesy dialogue. Behind the fascinating artistic references and some delightful MIDI soundtrack lies something more sinister, something more canon. This is the untold story of Kingdom Hearts card struggle Daifugo.
Daifugo. Uh-oh. It's not exactly...
Because his true memories will connect beyond that. Before we can dive into today's minigame, we need to have a better understanding of the circumstances surrounding its creation. The saga starts in August 2008, when information about Kingdom Hearts Mobile was revealed to the public. The mobile service would serve as a hub for everything Kingdom Hearts on the go. For only a small monthly fee, you would have access to ringtones and wallpapers, the Avatar cosmetic system, and exclusive minigames. Of course, the true selling point was Kingdom Hearts Coded, a brand new installment only available as part of this subscription platform. That's an important part to remember. Kingdom Hearts Mobile was not itself a game, but rather a distribution service for games, activities, and other KH goodies. Much like the other Kingdom Hearts titles scheduled for a 2008 release, Kingdom Hearts Mobile would experience some delays, eventually launching on December 15th, 2008. At launch, it had 3 minigames available for download. The first season of service promised a new minigame every month, which would hopefully keep subscribers satisfied until the first episode of Coded dropped in June 2009. After the initial launch of Coded, a new episode was added every month until January 2010. This meant that the minigames took something of a backseat. Only 2 more games were added after the start of Coded's run, dropping 1 week before episodes 4 and 8. The final minigame and the final chapter of Coded released in January 2010, the last major additions to Kingdom Hearts Mobile. The only real updates after that point were new Avatar's cosmetics, but in early 2012, even the Avatar Kingdom began to recycle old content. On April 30th, 2013, Kingdom Hearts Mobile was discontinued, and its minigames faded into obscurity, never again to be...
When
Sora visits Traverse Town, Leon tells him, "If you are truly the one chosen by the Keyblade,
hey, who's
you
that?
must demonstrate a strength that doesn't rely solely on the power of the Keyblade." And he sets out to prove it in a card battle.
While the origins of the broader Kingdom Hearts mobile service are important to understanding Kingdom Hearts card struggle Daifugo, we must also turn our eye to its minigame brethren. Plus, given that this is the last minigame I have to cover, I thought it would be fitting to look back on the titles that brought us here and bring to speed anyone who hasn't been keeping up with the series. KH Daifugo was one of 3 launch titles for Kingdom Hearts Mobile. It was accompanied by Kingdom Hearts Gummy Ship Studio, a block-based puzzle game with an impressive degree of detail in its artistic choices. The 3rd launch title was Kingdom Hearts Balloon Glider, a remake of the Balloon Glider minigame from Rechain of Memories, featuring an incredibly fun challenge level and a top 10 Kingdom Hearts character, Gerald. The first post-launch minigame was Kingdom Hearts Card Struggle Spider Solitaire. As the subtitle suggests, it is a follow-up to Kingdom Hearts Card Struggle Daifugo, though far less impressive. It was quickly outclassed by the next minigame, Kingdom Hearts Pair Card Battle, an addicting puzzle game loosely based on a variant of Mahjong. Pair Card Battle has a lot of content, including a bizarrely faithful recreation of KH2's Drive Form system. Up next was Magical Canvas, a simple and cozy Picross game with Kingdom Hearts-themed pictures. It was followed by Kingdom Hearts Rhythm Parade, a short but sweet rhythm game that seems to have indirectly inspired the Theatrhythm series. And finally, we got Kingdom Hearts Reversi, another adaptation of a real-world game whose only notable feature is infrared multiplayer communication. As we explore Kingdom Hearts Card Struggle Daifugo, you will see how this game influenced the mini-games that followed. That's one of the reasons I saved this game for last. Its formula is the foundation for the mini-games to come. But the other reason is that once we've reached the deepest depths of KH Daifugo, every minigame after it will feel like something of a missed opportunity. And really, how can you compete with KH Daifugo when its very existence is a hit?
Sora arrives at Olympus Coliseum.
Who is
Hades,
that?
unable to beat Hercules through strength, resorts to a battle of wits. Sora decides to join the card battle to help Hercules.
Alright, it's finally time to crack open KH
Shane and
Daifugo.
Nicole.
The main menu gives us 2 options for how we want to play.
If anyone was wondering.
Free mode, a quick match that would factor into the online ranking system, and challenge mode, a larger set of structured levels and the main source of content. Having both a ranked quick play mode and a more involved level select would become the standard for all future minigames. KH Spider Solitaire, Pair Card Battle, Rhythm Parade, and Reversi would all follow the formula that KH Daifugo set forth. The gameplay itself is exactly what's on the tin, Daifugo. If you've never heard the name before, it's a common Japanese card game, often translated as Millionaire, Tycoon, or some variant thereof. You might be familiar with the westernized version of the card game, President, which shares most of the same rules. Even if you have played one of these games before, there are a lot of variations, so let me explain the basic rule set used by KH Daifugo. In a basic round of Daifugo, each player takes turns playing cards with the goal of emptying their entire hand. The cards have strengths, which are the same as any other ace-high card game, with the exception that 2 is even higher than an ace, making 3 the lowest card. The 9 and 10 cards are also removed from the deck. In this version, there's also 1 joker, which can be substituted for any card or used by itself as a trump card. When it's your turn, you have to play a card that's a higher value than the person before you. If you don't have a stronger card or don't want to play your cards, you can choose to pass. If every other player passes, the pile of played cards is removed, and the person who played the highest card on the stack gets to play the first card of the next pile. In general, playing the first card of the pile is advantageous, since it allows you to get rid of your lowest valued cards. The first person can also choose to play 2 or 3 of the same card, which requires every subsequent player to match the number of cards if they want to place a higher number down. This process repeats until someone clears their entire hand. This player is dubbed the Daifugo, known in the English variations as the President or Tycoon. The other players continue to compete for 2nd and 3rd place. 2nd place is the Fugo, aka the Vice President or Rich. 3rd place is the Hinmin, aka the Dirt or Poor. And last place is the Daihinmin, aka the Lowest Dirt or Beggar. In real games with more than 4 players, anyone that isn't the top...
I didn't know you could even get lower than dirt. You're the lowest dirt. Not only are you low, you're the lowest dirt.
For bottom 2 is a Haimin, aka the Neutral or Commoner, but the KH application only supports 4 players.
Not that.
As a side note, like most of the rules, there are tons of local variations for the rank names. When I was a kid, my cousins taught me a version of the game where the rankings were called the President, Vice President, Butt, and Vice Butt. Do with that what you will. Anyway, the purpose of all of this name calling is to set up the second round of the game. Everyone is given a brand new hand, but the winners from the first round get an extra bonus at the expense of the losers. Last place is forced to give their best 2 cards to first place, who can give whatever 2 junk cards they please in return. Likewise, third place gives their single best card to second place. After this setup, the game is played exactly like the first round, with each player placing higher number cards in sequence. At the end, new titles are given to the winners and the losers of that game, and the process repeats.
I can't wait for my parents to meet you tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Oh my
by the way,
God.
my dad's a thermodynamicist at NASA.
The ad came in such perfect timing.
Following a figure in a black coat, Sora arrives at
Who is that
Castle
I hear?
Oblivion. Sora heads for the top floor to search for his best friend Riku inside the castle. As Organization 13 attacks one after another, Sora has to fight back in a card battle.
As
it was David Russell.
mentioned, there are tons of Daifugo variants, and a lot of effort was put into the Kingdom Hearts version to include as many gameplay options as possible. Most of these rules can be toggled on or off with no penalty, allowing you to play the way you are familiar with or explore new options. I'll go through these rules rapid fire. Revolutions reverse the strength of every card if someone plays a 4 of a kind. This makes 3 the highest and 2 the lowest, though a Joker still beats any other card. Further 4 of a kinds will return the order back to normal. This advanced rule is always on. A sequence play, or staircase play, allows you to play 3 cards at once if all 3 are in a row and of the same suit. Just like how playing 2 or 3 of the same card forces everyone else to play doubles or triples, a sequence play forces the other players to respond in kind, which is more often than not impossible. If you have more than 3 cards of the same suit in a row, then you can play a larger sequence, which is even more difficult to one-up. As with revolutions, sequence plays cannot be disabled. Cut 8 automatically clears the pile if an 8 is played. From here on, all the advanced rules are optional. Prohibited card win bans you from winning by playing a 2 or Joker. If you play one of these as your last card, you will automatically become last place. During a revolution, 3s will become banned as long as the strength order is flipped. The bans on 2s, Jokers, and 3s during revolutions can be toggled individually. Suit restrictions occur when 2 players put down cards of the same suit in a row. It forces every subsequent card in the pile to also be of that same suit. Joker return allows the Joker to be defeated by 3 3s. The last optional rule, falling from the capital, places additional pressure on the current Daifugo. If any player empties their hand before the winner from last round, that previous winner will instantly and unconditionally be given last place. On the whole, I was very impressed with how many options Cage Daifugo gave the player. More customization is always a good thing, and the many optional rules means that the game doesn't get stale. There are 128 rule set combinations for you to tinker around with, and it really makes Cage Daifugo shine in comparison to simpler mini-games like Cage Spider Solitaire or Cage Reversi. But enough of me explaining how card games work, I know what you're really here for. It's time we got into the Kingdom Hearts side of the application. Cage Daifugo is split into 8 levels, each based on a different Kingdom Hearts world. Worlds are unlocked one by one. If you score a cumulative 1,000 points within 5 rounds of cards, you can move on to the next world. In each round, 400 points are awarded for first place, 200 for second, 100 for...
Beast, who came from another world, joins Sora to rescue Belle, who is taken by the witch Maleficent. Sora also challenges Riku, now controlled by the power of darkness, to a card battle in order to recover Kairi, someone very important to him.
Third, and no points for last place. The first world is Traverse Town, where you play against the Final Fantasy crew. In my opinion, the worlds are what really transform Cage Daifugo from a generic card game to an adorable tribute to the Kingdom Hearts series. All of the character artwork is taken from the original Chain of Memories, and it's always nice to see these amazing sprites get some more use. If you win a hand, the sprite will change to a smug expression, and if something bad happens, it will change to a defeated pose. We even have Sora's attack voice lines from Calm when you play a strong card.
Yes!
This is delightful, but what really takes it to the next level is that every character has their own personality. See, each character has 10 lines of dialogue for various scenarios, such as playing a Joker, emptying their hand, or activating a revolution. The developers went above and beyond to give every opponent unique lines that match the personality, and it's incredibly charming. In Traverse Town, we fight against Leon, Yuffie, and Aerith. Leon's dialogue is all calm and reserved, saying things like, "This is not a good development." Meanwhile, Yuffie is far more expressive, laughing when she's ahead and pouting when she's behind. Aerith stays true to her Cage 1 and Cage 2 performance, with such great dialogue lines as good and sad. I should mention that you always play as Sora, if that wasn't clear. His voice lines are his usual cheery self, most of them ending in exclamation points. The second world is Olympus Coliseum, and let me just say, this world has really found a way to get itself inside every single Kingdom Hearts game. Of the 8 Cage mobile applications, 3 of them have Olympus Coliseum worlds, being this one, Reversi, and Rhythm Parade. In Gummy Ship Studio, Olympus Coliseum takes over other Disney worlds by playing Road to a Hero during their stages. Balloon Glider and Paracard Battle look like they are Olympus free, but the battle theme Go For It is hidden inside the files of both applications. Even Magical Canvas has a Puzzle of Cloud, an Olympus Coliseum mainstay. The only minigame to have no Hercules representation is Cage Spider Solitaire, but at this point it feels like the trend is becoming a parody of itself.
I think that's
Anyway,
fine.
Olympus Coliseum. The portrayal of all three characters is in line with the mainline entries. Hercules is always confident, and instead of lamenting bad situations like most other characters, he affirms, "I won't lose." Hades talks some big talk about his plan, and then gets really mad if the game doesn't go his way. Cloud, meanwhile, approaches the card game with apathy, saying things like, "I'm not interested," and "humph." That is, when he says anything at all, since a third of his dialogue bubbles are just ...
In Wonderland, Alice is being put on trial for a crime she did not commit. Sora
Oh.
successfully proves Alice
It was regular Pat, the one before. And this is Keynote, of course.
is innocent, but the arrogant Queen of Hearts is not satisfied and declares, "If you don't want a cards, you're guilty." Sora teams up with Alice to take on the card battle.
The next world is a fun one, Castle Oblivion. Axel is our first opponent, who's definitely closer to his Chain of Memories attitude, since the fun and chaotic
Ooh.
side gives way to a more dark and intimidating personality when his back's to the wall. Larxene is also great here, with almost all of her dialogue including snarky laughter. Vexen, meanwhile, speaks almost exclusively in hms and grunts, which is real vice butt behavior if you ask me.
Vice butt.
Hollow Bastion is next, and our opponents are the Beast, Riku, and Maleficent. Riku is currently in his Darkness onesie, but his dialogue is just kinda generic. Maleficent is obsessed with power, which, yeah, that checks out. And the Beast actually calls out to Belle in a couple of his lines, which is cute. I would have actually expected Belle to be in the game over possessed Riku, but given that there's no Destiny Island stage, I guess they wanted to put Riku in here somewhere. Wonderland is the fifth world and has some of the more distinct characterizations. When Alice plays a good move, she expresses curiosity instead of gloating. The Queen of Hearts shows no such reservations, taunting the other players and declaring them all guilty when things don't go her way. The White Rabbit is a curious case. He always shouts his lines twice in a row, which as far as I can tell isn't a consistent character trait outside of his iconic I'm late scene. World 6 is a bit of a twist. We're back to Castle Oblivion again. Our opponents this time are Naminé, Diz, and Marluxia, which sounds like one of the most awkward card games of all time. Naminé seems to be taking a page out of Cloud's book, with a third of her voice lines being empty dots. The rest of her dialogue is equally timid. As for Diz,
Sora finally reaches the top floor of Castle Oblivion and faces off against Marluxia, the castle's master.
PJ.
However, thanks to Naminé's quick thinking and manipulating memories, the battle is decided to be played with cards. And a mysterious figure named Diz also bursts in.
most of his dialogue is just
It's so funny that and I am here. I am here also. Oh, hey, you guys playing a card game? I call dibs. I call dibs on that. Shotgun.
and I see, which
Just
is
like the random homeless man on the street, like calling shotgun. So, you know, by the rules, he gets to ride. He gets to ride in the passenger seat, guys. I'm sorry, I don't make him.
in line with his purposely mysterious demeanor in Chain of Memories. Meanwhile, Marluxia has my favorite line in the game. When he is forced to give 2 cards to first place, he says, "Even the cards betray me." Plus, out of everyone here, it makes the most sense for him to be talking about cards, given the Chain of Memories of it all. After the top floor of Castle Oblivion, where can we possibly go next? Agrabah, apparently. All of the characters act exactly how you'd
good.
expect. Aladdin is pretty generic, outside of referring to his good cards as treasure. Genie is over-the-top expressive at every turn of the game, and Jafar acts smart and does some evil villain laughs. The final world in the game is another repeat, Traverse Town. Our second visit pits us against Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, which is a pleasant surprise. All 3 of our Disney companions have upbeat dialogue, as expected. The stage does have some synergy with fellow launch title Gummy Ship Studio, where
so
Disney
crisp.
Castle was the final challenge. As with every other Kingdom Hearts mobile minigame, KH Daifugo features delightful MIDI arrangements of Yoko Shimomura's music. If any of the samples I'm about to play pique your interest, I recorded and uploaded the full soundtrack back in January, which I've linked in the description.
Oh my god. A just does so much work. So much work. Hi, Vodka. How long have you been there? Have I not noticed you? Yes. I hopefully I do have a good stream. Hopefully I do. But it does so much work. So much work. Just Excel spreadsheets upon Excel spreadsheets of all these like forgotten tracks and forgotten little minigames. It's so
Friction.
cool.
The main menu and world select screen
8 is
both
really
use
cool.
Precious Stars in the Sky. As I said with respect to Cage Spider Solitaire, Gummy Ship
And the
Studio,
work
and
he does is
Reversi,
cool.
this song is used as the default world selection music in everything from Coded to Union Cross to Melody of Memory, so it's not really a surprise to see it again here. What's more interesting is the fact that the audio file appears twice in the game, once under the name bgmselect.mld and once under the name bgmtitle.mld. This implies that there's a framework set up for the main menu and world selection screen to use different tracks, which I personally would have preferred.
Okay.
Every world uses one of its world themes as the background music, which is to be expected, but the game is frustratingly inconsistent when it comes to picking the field or battle theme. The first world, Traverse Town A, uses the field theme Traverse Town, which is a fine start. The second world, Olympus Coliseum, switches to the battle theme Go For It.
Go for it.
After that is Castle Oblivion A, which really throws things for a loop with the 13th struggle. Like the other Cage mobile minigames, this is the Cage 2 arrangement with the additional statement of another side.
When Jafar tries to steal the lamp that Sora and Aladdin got in the cave, the genie of the lamp bursts out. With no master to serve, Genie suggests they determine who his master is through a card
This
battle.
picture was so good. That's Esper.
World 4 goes back to using the field theme, Hollow Bastion. It looks like there might be a pattern forming, but Wonderland dashes all hopes of consistency by again using the field theme, Welcome to Wonderland.
Stella, are you snoring that loud?
Castle Oblivion B manages to score a point in Cage Daifugo's favor by using a different track from the first Castle Oblivion stage. The track in question is Forgotten Challenge, which is always nice to hear given how infrequently the original Castle Oblivion themes are used.
Cool. Good shit, good shit.
And the penultimate world goes back to another field theme with A Day in Agrabah. Cage Mobile is also really inconsistent with which versions of the music themes it wants to use. The minigames will grab the Cage 2 arrangements of the 13th Struggle and Road to a Hero, but A Day in Agrabah has the structure of the original Cage 1 version.
Please show me code. Chief Sikisar.
Sora and his friends return to Traverse Town to reflect on their journey so far, and the king suddenly appears before them. Wanting to see how much they've grown, he challenges them to a card battle.
The final stage, Traverse Town B, uses Night of Fate. Given that the battles with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, I think that the lighter tone of Hand in Hand would have been better suited for the occasion. It actually would have been less work to use Hand in Hand, since that was already arranged for use in Gummy Ship Studio, whereas Night of Fate plays nowhere else outside of this level in Cage Daifugo.
Nobody is repeating,
There's one more song we haven't covered yet, Dearly Beloved. Cage Daifugo is the only minigame to use this track, but it's not the first appearance of this specific arrangement. The pre-installed demo episode of Kingdom Hearts Coded, released over a month before Cage Mobile, used the same recording. It's just a copy of the original Kingdom Hearts arrangement adjusted for the mobile hardware, but I'll never say no to Dearly Beloved.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State
Dearly
Farm, everybody.
beloved, the State Farm jingle.
Now, I realize that I forgot to mention where Dearly Beloved is used in the game. The track plays during the opening cutscene and story section.
The battle is decided to be played with cards.
As Organization
Genie of the Lamp
Because his true memories will connect beyond that. This is the secret of Kingdom Hearts Card Struggle Daifugo. Everything you have just heard is 100% canon. Every card battle, every ridiculous interaction, all of it is bona fide certified Kingdom Hearts lore.
Bona fide.
How? The opening cutscene of the game will explain all. Sora and his friends' first journey, their journey to reclaim their lost world and best friends, has come to an end. However, when searching for Riku and the King, who disappeared into the realm of darkness, Sora, Donald, and Goofy find themselves lost in a mysterious castle. Although they defeat new enemies inside the castle, Sora ends up losing his memories. However, thanks to a girl named Naminé who can manipulate memories, Sora and his friends enter a sleep that will restore their memories. Naminé speaks to Sora as he sleeps.
To restore memories, I try to piece together Sora's fragmented memories over and over again in various patterns. So the fragmented keywords from the past will be reborn in Sora in a different form. Some of them may even become things that Sora will have to fight. Even if the form is different, Sora must win again and follow the path he has taken so far, because his true memories will connect beyond that.
That's right. The links in the chain of Sora's memories are being pieced together by Naminé over the course of a year, causing Sora to relive his prior experiences in new forms. It just so happens that one of these forms is a round of Daifugo. The entire game is taking place inside of Sora's mind.
This is crazy.
Somehow, the silly little minigame found the perfect way to inject lore that gives the writers the freedom to create ridiculous card-based scenarios without stepping on the toes of the mainline series.
No such thing as Kingdom Hearts spin-off. No such thing. You have to play all of them, including Daifugo.
We know that Sora doesn't remember anything from when he was in the coma, so there's no conflict with the lore established by KH1, KH2, and COM. So not only does KH Daifugo not create any new plot holes, it actually gives us new insight into the restoration process that Naminé used to repair Sora's memories. And think about it, Sora just went through all of Chain of Memories, where every interaction was determined by cards. The journey through his memories that KH Daifugo presents isn't all too different from his trek through Castle Oblivion. Everyone was even using their Chain of Memories sprites. It's totally believable that Sora's scrambled memories would reform into a bunch of nonsense card battles with familiar faces. Now, I know what you're thinking. Just because this minigame contextualizes its plot within the greater Kingdom Hearts lore, it doesn't mean that it's canon. Surely, this cheap mobile spin-off has no claim at being part of the actual Kingdom Hearts series. But that's where you're wrong, my friend. Recall that KH Daifugo was an application distributed through Kingdom Hearts Mobile. Think back to what I said earlier. Kingdom Hearts Mobile was not itself a game, but rather a distribution service for games, activities, and other KH goodies. And this distribution service was in the business of distributing canon lore. I'm referring, of course, to Kingdom Hearts Coded. Whether you want to accept it or not, Coded is undeniably canon. What's more, Coded was never viewed as a standalone title, but as one of many applications available through Kingdom Hearts Mobile. You don't need to take my word for it, just ask Tetsuya Nomura. In a 2008 Dengeki interview, Nomura had the following exchange. Interviewer: can we think of KH Coded as one of the contents of KH Mobile? Nomura: yes. First you will connect to KH Mobile, and then select KH Coded to play. So, Kingdom Hearts Coded is just one of the contents of Kingdom Hearts Mobile. If that game story is considered canon, is it really that much of a leap to say that the other contents of KH Mobile are also canon? Two games, both officially distributed by Square Enix on the same platform. Until Nomura explicitly says otherwise, I have no reason to believe that the original story of Kingdom Hearts Daifugo is separate from the rest of the Kingdom Hearts canon. And at the end of the day, it's just more fun to believe. Now, there's one more piece of lore hidden in this lost minigame. So far, the opening cutscene has established that Sora is reliving his fragmented memories within his mind, and the introductory text for each world is given a cute little episode of Sora's mental escapades. But we have yet to cover the conclusion of Sora's internal journey, the final secret that Naminé has been holding.
Dynamite.
Although one pattern in Sora's restoration of memories may have taken a different form, he was able to reach the same goal without straying from the path of his journey so far. Until the story of a new journey begins, Sora's journey will continue to repeat like this in his memories. In the pod, is Sora embarking on another journey through his memories, or is he having fun dreams with his best friends? Sora appears to be smiling. And there you have it, the final piece of hidden lore recovered after over 15 years. Sora appears to be smiling. And what could possibly be a more fitting conclusion? While the events of this game are transpiring, there are tragedies occurring all across the Kingdom Hearts universe. Roxas, only just born, is being manipulated by the organization. Xion is coming to terms with the fragile truth about her existence. Naminé is working tirelessly to restore Sora's memories from the damage she herself did under the watch of an extremely prejudiced caretaker. And Riku is fighting back the darkness within him, doing everything he can to keep his friends safe.
Now
And all the
that's
while,
organized.
Sora is reliving his memories within the pod, and he's smiling. Even in the most desperate times, there's always a spark of hope, just waiting to be let out.
Yeah.
With that, we can close the chapter on Kingdom Hearts card struggle Daifugo.
Whoa.
At long last, its secrets have been laid bare. Perhaps it was fitting that a story taking place entirely within Sora's memories was forgotten about for over a decade, but I'm glad that I got the opportunity to share this fascinating oddity with the community. Oh, and you might want to stick around after the credits. I have one final surprise in store. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Oh, I thought that was all in my earbuds. Whoa, okay. Whoa, that was really easy. Okay. Esper! Live! Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss? It was us! Elbow juice. Did I miss elbow juice? Oh no, elbow juice. He docked. Jane! Sorry, elbow juice. Fruitoon! Big Fruitoon year. Wow. Daybreak! This one was really pretty. I love the dynamic movement. Magic hats! Esper! Live! Aid! These are so cool. Aid also had a little behind the scenes. Ooh, yes, a behind the scenes look at the Kingdom Hearts game. Ooh, hoo, 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 a hee, 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 hee. Oh, what's this? I'll have to look at it. Sora's an idiot, too. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That talked a little bit about his work, especially his art that he made for this project. But it's the behind the scenes of, I think, yeah, it's just about the Daifugo, I believe. But yeah. I also love this piece of music.
And happy March Caprice to all the Kingdom Hearts fans. Sending you guys lots of love. Hope that you have a great time, and thanks so much for getting in contact. Bye.
Oh my god, happy March Caprice nominee. That was really special to me. I loved getting able to say March Caprice to freaking nominate. That's very cool, and it's also very cool that Megan Martin did that dubbing for, you know, some canonical work there. You know what I mean? KH Mobile has lore. There was also a movie wedding party, I believe. Party. No, I'm just looking up weddings. Should be new. Not 2016. 2010. The wedding. Oh, is it the wedding banquet? The wedding banquet 2025. Yes, this seems more like it. That apparently had a reference to not just Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts Mobile. Or was it VCast? I can't remember. This is also I'm also handedly telling the story, so go see the wedding banquet, honestly. And I think it was one of the writers was, I think, Bowen Yang's boyfriend or something like that. No, I'm getting it confused. Anyway, go ask Aid about that, because Aid is the residential VCast and KH Mobile lore guy. And ask him how's it feel to be in the Bowen Yang movie, because you Aid 1043, you own KH VCast, you own KH Mobile. That's how it works now. Congratulations on getting in a movie. I don't even know what to say. I was tripping. I was all, oh wow, that nominee sounds really close. But then I saw the credits. No way. Massive thank you to everyone who helped. Also, like, loved being a part of it. I loved being a part of it. Congrats on getting into that wedding movie. A bride, a beautiful blushing bride. Happy March, Caprice. This is so stupid. That's dumb. Okay. And despite the fact that we are just moving at a glacial pace with this, we're gonna call it a night. What do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of the 22. It's just plugging in stuff, though, mostly. We're moving along nicely, and we'll be doing the same thing to freaking tomorrow, unless, of course, Mommy gets a headache, or she's too tired, too sleepy tired. Ooh. You know, as that goes. I just saved. But let's see. Let's see what's going on. I liked and I subscribed. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. Gonna shut this down. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have. Here's my Kingdom Hearts wallpaper. And let's see. What's going on over here? I'm doing great. Thanks. Thank you, Uds. Let's see. Should I send you over to somebody? Bio's going. He's playing Final Fantasy 14. You interested in watching some Final Fantasy 14? It's kind of just you. So wherever you want to go, or I could just end, you know. Two hours. Solid. Oh, yeah. Working with Twitch on in the background. Okay, cool. Then let me send you on over. Let's see how I can... Yeah, I can do that. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it for you. You keep doing what you're doing, and I'll take care of queuing up the content. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. How do I do raid? I think it's backslash. I think it's backslash first. I think it's backslash. It's that raid. And then channel will be BioRoxas. Oop, okay. Hold down then. That's an invalid name. BioRoxas. Alright, so you're rating. Have fun. Here you go, and have fun. Have a good night. Love ya.
FPS in a while, but like there was a really long stretch in like the
And I am also ending this now. Goodbye. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.